Guys, it's me. It's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask An Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So, in this day and age, many of us are co-parenting. Many of us have kids by, one or more people. Some of the times we only have one child or no children, and we come to a relationship with somebody else who has children, and they could have multiple partners or one partner. And it's very common, and it wasn't always as common, but it's become more and more common. So many of us have this situation going on. So one of the subscribers asked me, is it smart to date a woman who is very close to her children's father, like friends with her children's father? Now, you guys know that I don't have a lot of faith in friendships with exes. I know it happens sometimes. It's good sometimes even. And in this case, it's actually not a bad sign. Because first of all, if you meet a woman or a man and you're dating them and they have an ex that they have a child with and they have a good relationship, it's actually a benefit to you because it means that there will be less negativity going on in the relationship. If the two of them hate each other, which in a lot of cases, unfortunately, that's the case. If the two of them hate each other or have beef with each other, a lot of times you deal with a lot of screaming, negativity, court battles, cops, it can get ugly, as we all know. Custody battles, all kinds of stuff like that happens. And I've seen it get really ugly. So if the two people have a harmonious relationship, you'll have less of that. So that's a good thing. But here's the risk that you run. You do run the risk that these two are still messing around. Now, in a lot of cases, I don't think that's always the case, especially like when they've moved on, they have a new husband, a new wife, a new family even. I think it doesn't have to be the case. Some of the times people move the hell on, but I do think you do run that risk. And I have seen a lot of situations where some hanky-panky was going on behind the scenes, you get with somebody, you're seeing them, oh, my baby daddy's cool, we just friends, and come to find out they're still sleeping together. Because a lot of people that I talk to still have sexual relationships with their kid's father or mother, especially when they're single. A lot of times those ties of feelings and emotions and family and relationships are kind of blurry. The lines are kind of blurry for a while sometimes. So you do run into that. But I think this is the bigger question. Yes, that can happen. Yes, it cannot happen. But I think this is the bigger question. Is the person you're dealing with, does the person have integrity or not? Because if you're dealing with a person with integrity, if they're sleeping with anyone else, that's something that they'll be honest with you about from day one, you see. And if you're messing with somebody with integrity, they're not going to go dipping off with anyone. So that's your question. More so than questioning who's around them, the baby daddy, the cousin, the uncle, these people that are around them, their co-workers, their boss, instead of questioning that, question the person. Does the person have integrity? Is the person truthful? Is the person honest? Because if I'm seeing somebody, if I meet you tomorrow, and you and I are talking romantically, I'm going to tell you who I'm seeing. Oh, right now I'm single, I'm not seeing anybody, I'm just working hard, or yeah, I'm talking to 2 or 3 different people, nothing sexual, or I'm sexual with one of them, or whatever. I'm going to give you the details. I'm going to give you the deets, up front. And so if the person has integrity, they're going to tell you, yeah, me and my daughter's father are not together, but sometimes we still have a sexual relationship. And now it's up to you if you want to get involved with that person. That's the bottom line. Do they have the honesty in them to tell you what's really going on? And if this person is not an honest person, then it doesn't matter if they have a friendship with their kid's father. They will lie to you about anything. They'll sleep with anybody. They'll do anything if they're not honest and if they're not upfront about where they are. So I never really asked myself about that. I asked myself, can I trust this person? Because your lover is going to be around a lot of people all day long. Some of them that look better than you. Okay? They're going to be around a lot of people. And if you have to worry about their head turning every time somebody comes down the street, then that person shouldn't be your lover. Unless, of course, you guys are open to a open relationship of some type, which is a totally different conversation. You know, so I always tell people you have to have these kinds of conversations with a person. And a lot of us don't. I'm noticing from a lot of people talking to me that they start to talk to somebody and they don't ask these kinds of questions. They don't ask them how they feel about monogamy. They don't ask them what kind of relationship do they want to have. They don't ask these kinds of questions. I think that the generations under us, the younger generations, I think they're having more of these conversations than we are or we have in the past. And I think that that's what has to happen here. The conversations need to be had. So, yeah, this person could be still sleeping with their kid's father. Yeah, I hear that scenario all the time. I do people's cars all the time and be like, who this you creeping with? You know, I see it all the time in the tarot. And I'm like, okay, so you told me you were single. Who's this man? You know, it happens all the time. And they'll be like, well, queen, it's this and it's that. You know, they'll tell me, since I see it, they'll admit it. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, that happens sometimes, and 50% of the times that doesn't happen. And you're not going to really know where you lie. When you meet a person and they tell you that they're cool with their kid's father, you're not going to know if it's sexual or not. Not going to know any of that. So all you have to figure out is this person trustworthy? Make that your mission. Every time you spend time with them, every time y'all go have the movies, every time y'all go eat, if y'all go have a picnic, make it your mission to see. To really let your intuition, not just your mind will play some tricks on you. Get your intuition to tap into this person and see, is this person trustworthy? Did you catch them in little lies? Even little white ones. Like, really focus on that person. And if they have a good amount of integrity, if they're generally telling you the truth, and when you talk to them, you feel like that and you get that from them and you're giving that back, then you go ahead and see that person. But if they shady and telling little half-truths and leaving things out and little skeletons falling out the closet here and there and things like that, then that's somebody you should not trust around anybody. Not their father, not their kid's mother, not their kid's father. Definitely. You shouldn't trust them, period. Put them back over there and let them be somebody else's headache. Okay? So that's my point. That's my take on that. I don't think you can always tell if somebody is doing something or not, but you can always tell if they're trustworthy or not. And most of us have the tendency in this, especially a case like this, most of us have the tendency to know and to lie to ourselves because we like them. We want to date them. We want to get to know them. They're sexy. They're cute. They're this, they're that. They have potential. How many times did I get in trouble because somebody had potential? You know, so like I said, you can't always tell certain things, but you can focus on them and see if you can trust them or not. And then if you can trust them, all the rest of those questions fall into place. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you for your questions, guys. Thank you for your comments. You guys give so much love in the comment section. Thank you so much. It's so refreshing to come to the comment section and have such wonderful conversations with such great people on a daily basis. Thank you so much. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you want to send me a love donation, I will drop my PayPal. Thank you for every donation in every form that I've ever received. Thank you. I will also drop my email because if you want to get a tarot or an oracle card reading, you need to email me for an appointment. If you want me to answer a free general question, you can email it or you can drop it underneath this video. Likewise, I'll drop my social media. Hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. I'm usually more likely on Facebook. I don't use Instagram but like once a day. So if you want to hit me up, please do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you know someone who's in this situation, please pass this video on to them and tell them that I said the number one question is this person trustworthy? See you guys later.